The day started with the god-awful alarm. Sunlight crept into my room from the slight crack in my curtains. I rubbed my eyes and turned off my alarm. I sat up slightly dizzy. Flecks of strange colour interrupted my sight. At the time I thought nothing of it. Slowly and drowsily, I stumbled my way to the toilet. I began my routine by brushing my teeth and then showering. I felt the cool water run down me. I got out. I was still in deep thought. I went back to my room. My roommate had already left for work, and his door was ajar. I paid no mind. When I got to my room, I threw my cutters aside. And then I remember having a mental freeze. There in the sky hung a spaceship. Well, that's what I thought of the monstrosity outside. It cast a dark shadow over London, blanking out the sky and hiding the sun. The buildings that I once thought of as gigantic were mere ants compared to it. It was a mass of moving parts and grey mechanical pieces, partly hidden by clouds and other closer buildings. But there was no mistaking it. It was massive, and I don't think I had the right words to describe it. I don't think I'll ever have the right words. I then remember closing the curtains and rushing to the TV. I turned it onto the news channel. I remember just sitting there. I wasn't scared, but I was anxious. Being young, I did not really understand it, and to be honest, as a young man, I kind of didn't truly grasp the idea of danger and mortality. The news droned on about an unidentified object above London, to stay indoors and to stay calm. It was on repeat. It also said that it was first seen at 4 a.m, and that military and scientists were dealing with the situation. I just sat there for hours thinking, why did my roommate leave? What would happen if they weren't friendly? Would London be nuked? A few hours later, my phone rang, intruding my thoughts. I dashed for it. "Hello?" I said. "Arthur, are you all right? Did you see the news? God, why didn't you call?" I heard my father ask if I was all right and what I was saying. I talked to my parents for a bit. They offered me a place to stay in America if I got a chance to come. Afterwards, I went through social media, looking at what everyone else was doing. Now I realized how stupid I was. I went through the fridge and filled up the bathtub. I didn't know how long I would have to stay home and if the water would stop coming. I put all my electronics on charge, just in case the electricity went out, and I found candles. Through the day, my paranoia grew and grew, seething and becoming more and more irrational. At about 5:30, my roommate still hadn't come back, and I was slightly worried. I had dozed off for a few hours, with the TV still droning on. At around midnight, I awoke. I didn't see why I woke. I was still on the sofa with the TV. The TV was lighting up the room. The dark was surrounding and ill-welcome. I got up and flicked on the light. The lamp flickered a bit before illuminating the rest of the room. I yawned but froze. I remembered what I had seen the day before. I glanced at the clock and saw it was 12:13. I went back to the window. I saw nothing except the darkness and the occasional lamppost light.